Welcome to a brief demonstration of Hermit, which is a distributed data caching and query tool. Hermit allows data from multiple different sources to be brought together within a distributed in-memory caching environment. The data may then be grouped and filtered using a simple query interface. Hermit is written using the Scala programming language and runs within the Java virtual machine. When navigating to the URL of the master instance, we are presented with the main query screen. This query screen is broken into 4 distinct sections. Let's examine each one in turn. Firstly, we have a data source selector, where we can pick which data sources we would like to be included in our query. As can be seen in this scenario, we have position data for 3 regions: London, New York and Tokyo. Let's add each of these to our query. Now that we've added the data sources, we can see that the group by and balance options are now available for selection. The group by selection will allow us to specify which of the attributes relevant to the selected data source that we'd like to use to aggregate our data. These tend to be string-based values from the underlying data set. Let's pick just account description for now. The balance section allows us to specify which of the values in our query that we'd like to be summed, based on the aggregation specified by the group by selection. Naturally, these balances will be numeric values from the underlying dataset. Let's pick both quantity and market value for this demonstration. Finally, we have a filter section that allows us to filter the aggregated results based on the values of certain group bys. Let's leave this section blank for now and execute the query as defined. Okay, here we can see the results from our query. We can see that the data has been grouped by the requested group by of account description, and we have some balances of quantity and market value. It is possible to drill down further into the data results displayed. For example, if we wanted to see which products make up the position data for accounts 2 and 3, we select the rows like so, then select product description from the drill down drop-down box. Clicking the drill down button will update the results, drilling into the data as requested. By default, only the first 10 results are returned. However, we can use the navigation bar below to navigate through the rest of the results, as so. And we can also configure the number of results returned, as follows. At present, the data is sorted by account description in ascending order. However, it is possible to change this by clicking on the relevant group by, as so. Clicking on an already sorted group by will invert the sort order. To go back to the previous query view, we simply click the previous query link. And to go back to the query setup screen, we simply click the back to query link as follows. Now, let's add a filter to our query to reduce the results returned to a specific account and product. We can specify the account description as follows. And as can be seen, help hints are provided. It's also possible to filter group bys that are not necessarily displayed for selection in our query. We can also see that a hint is provided here to let us know that the filter has passed validation. Okay, and here we can see that the results have been returned as per our filter. And drilling into the product ID will also show that the original filter is preserved through drill downs. Okay, before we conclude this short demonstration, let's take a quick look at the console screen. It can be selected using the console link at the top right hand corner of the query screen. Okay, the console data displayed is for the main host empty instance, And as can be seen, all the data sources in this example originate from remote instances of Hermit. A summary of data sources is available with a name, the number of rows, and the load status of the data source. If the data source was in a running state or indeed in a failed state, then the load status will be updated accordingly. We can click on an instance like so. We'll load data for that specific instance, and we can also reload the local data by clicking on the Load Local Data button if that was to be desired. And some basic memory usage data is also displayed here. We can see the size of the heap. We can also perform the GC if that's allowed by the underlying JVM, and we can also clear the query cache as follows. Okay, so that concludes a brief demonstration of Hermit, distributed data caching and query tool. If you feel that your organisation may benefit from the features provided by Hermit, please do get in touch. Thank you for watching.